face is something you have. A face is something unique to you. My face is unique to me. A face is unique to your child, your mother, your father. What happens when you take away most of that face? Well, you start to take away the individual. If everyone around here wore masks like they seem to be doing, you're taking away individuality. You can see it all around. I mean, this is my opinion, my perspective, but I don't think I'm wrong in this. It's like if you go out to the store or even walk in around the park and people outside or in the store or anywhere you may be are all wearing masks. You don't see smiles, you don't see facial expressions. No one smiles at one another like as a term of endearment or a term of recognition. I mean, a little child, I've always smiled at little children. Smile, you wave, they smile back. It's human interaction. You get that connection, even if it's an elderly person, same thing. You get that individual, myself, is reaching out to another individual, saying, I see you, you matter. You belong here, I belong here. We're in this thing called life together. I recognize this. With masks, that's taken away. It's dehumanizing. It's taken away the individual. Like I said, nobody can really tell what other person is reacting or thinking or I mean, how they're feeling, how their life is, how things might be with them. I see it when you go to the grocery store, you go to other stores. I myself choose not to wear a mask. I don't believe them. I believe in the body that we were given, and I believe it's taken us these thousands of years, and I don't believe there's anything out there stronger to protect us than what we were given and have. But on that note, maybe that's just my opinion. Maybe that's just me. But that's how I feel. So I go out without a mask on. I see almost everyone else out there with a mask on. Most of them have their head down. They're not happy to be there. I don't know how they feel, but they can't interact with me. They can't smile. They can't say, hey, I can't tell what they're thinking. I can't tell if they, like me being around, or I can't, any interaction from them whatsoever. And like I said, I feel like their head's down and they're not happy to be there or even around anybody. So it feels to me. I know most people looking around, it instills a panic or a fear to most people because you see almost everyone else wearing a mask. So what do you think that's doing to their conscience? What do you think that's saying? There's a crazy thing going on. I mean, people are dying. The numbers are horrible. We have to wear these masks because if we don't, we will no longer exist as creatures. We'll no longer exist as a human population. So you see this. Adults, I think, have a sense of panic. How do you think that makes the children feel? I mean, it's got to be tenfold or even more, 100-fold. The children have to be thinking, is this normal? Because this isn't how it used to be. In all these masks, all this lack of interaction between people, all this lack of human connection, all this for something that has a 99.97 survival rate. Is that right? I know those numbers are right. I know I've read a ton of reports and heard a lot of specialists talking about that. So it's a 99.97% survival rate. And because of that, we're going to take away your individuality. We're going to take away the connection that you can have with others, your family members or complete strangers, and instill this panic so it looks like something crazy is going on, something is wiping out our species because of all this mask wearing and all this crazy stuff they're implementing and pushing through. To me, that seems like fiction and foreign, and I can't believe people are allowing this to happen. I know people that don't wear masks are looked down upon. I've come across some stuff like that, and I've read stories where it's been pretty crazy and pretty nuts. Some mask wearers, we'll call them, which are most people out there, a few of them are very abrasive. I know there's been some stories that close to where I live of a gentleman not wearing a mask, and he was just minding his own business, and out of the blue, a guy ran to him, flipped over his cart, and started beating him, assaulted him, started pounding him. So I thought the whole thing was the social distancing, 6 feet away. You're not supposed to come in contact with somebody because of this crazy, insane thing that has a 99.97% survival rate. And on top of it, you're supposed to wear a mask. But if you see someone not wearing a mask, the 6-foot rule doesn't come into play anymore. It doesn't matter because you can't catch it from him because he's breaking the mask mandate or the mask rule that you feel should be addressed or that he should be abiding to. I mean, there's stories like this all over, and a lot of the stuff they're putting in doesn't make sense. They haven't answered it by I mean governments for the most part, and some of these health specialists, if you want to call them that. Most of them haven't seen a patient in 50 years, but you're going to follow their direction, and they can't explain why there's a 99.97 survival rate, but this thing is the deadliest thing we've ever seen, ever. It's something to think about. I'm not a doctor. I've read a lot of stuff. Doesn't mean I'm qualified to direct anyone what to do. But I mean, you got to get out there. You got to do your research. You got to look at this and put some common sense to things. And ask yourself, why are you putting this mask on? Why are you making your child wear this mask? Why are you following all these rules that don't make any sense? And try to read some of the stories in some of the papers out there. There's a lot of them that show you the harm that these masks can and do cause, especially over a large period of time, a long period of time, and to healthy people, and especially the children, which are, one of the most healthiest generations we currently have. So, anyways, it's just something to think about. I had to get this out. It's really been bothering me, and I feel if people don't do something now and stand up now, which I feel they should have stood up in February of this year, 2020. If they don't do something now, it being November 5th of 2020, it's going to get worse. It's not going to get better. People have to wake up, start living your life the way you want. And if it's like the way it used to be, which I feel that's the right way, do it and take it. No one's going to do it for you. No one's going to take it for you. To do it for yourself and your family. So thank you for watching. Stay vigilant. Protect yourself. Protect your family. Protect your wealth.